Moscar Farm in the East Midlands is home to a hardy herd of Haflingers. The oldest UK stud of its kind, it's run by Joanne Critchlow in collaboration with Lindsay Haig of Langton Lodge in Leicestershire. Together, their shared passion for this beautiful breed sees them continue to produce, train and show some of the finest examples of the golden horse from the Tyrol.
I've had many different breeds over the years, but I've always fallen back to Haflingers, always. When I was a child and we went to Chatsworth, I just distinctly remember just going to this great big field with 10 mares and foals in there roughly, and I just sat among them and the foals just couldn't play with me. And they just lay down at the side of me. Really, that's just how it started, with me sitting in the field with Haflinger foals. Day to day, it's long hours. My idea, although I'll tell you, horses come before humans. Every animal is fed before a human is fed here. The stud season is the busiest time. I have Lindsay's mares here then. I have other people's mares as well. And it's a very short window. So I can sort of go from 10 horses to like 18 in the blink of an eye. I keep my mares down the road here, keeping them as much as I can out of the way of the yard of the stallions, because obviously most of them are all pregnant. I've only had one foal this year, unfortunately. So all the mares think it's her foal, and the foal's quite happy to have 6 months. One of Troy's parts, I've been in the stud farm, he comes and looks after the mares. He comes down daily, checks them in the morning on his way to work and at night. They're his girls, so they respect him a far lot more than they do me. I like to keep them as natural as possible. Going back to the original habitat, if it had been a dry year, they would have been up on all the hills.
Originally, a Haflinger horse was bred as a pack horse, and during the war, the Germans bred them so they were a lot smaller, so they could carry all their munitions and things like that for the First World War. The GB Haflinger Society was started in 1970, so we've not long celebrated our 60th anniversary. And they brought over Haflingers from Austria. That's how the Haflinger breed was started over here. And it has gone on from strength to strength. We breed around about 20 foals per year from about 5 breeders, which are our main core.
Me and Lindsay have come together because the Haflingers are a very close-knit community. We knew one another, we competed at the side of one another, and she knew I'd produced stallions of many breeds for many years and many Haflinger stallions. The studs are separate, but it's the boys that bring us together. It was going to be a joint venture with one stallion, and then 8 months later it was followed by 2 stallions.
There are 7 different stallion lines, of which in this country we have all of the stallion lines with the exception of the N-line stallion. And they all have their different traits. You have the ST, which is very loyal. You have the W line, which is very pliable. And the N line is very, very good at its jumping.
Yeah, the 2 stallions are totally different, apart from the fact they look alike. The W line, Mullentar, as with most W lines, is very much down the line. My easiest way to describe him is he stands there and makes the numbers up in a stallion class. He doesn't say, look at me. Where Stilo is more, look at me, I am here, I've got the present, and the ST are known for that. I've never known an ST go into a ring and not say, I'm here, look at me. And if nobody is looking at him, believe me, they will scream till everybody looks at him.
When we show the Haflingers, they have to be shown in natural state. The hairs on the legs, on the bottom of the legs, they can have those trimmed off. They can have their feathers trimmed off, and they can also have trimmed off just underneath the neck and their ears trimmed, but nothing else. They're not allowed to have their whiskers trimmed. They usually have white manes and tails. We do occasionally get grey in the manes, which is discouraged. They also come in different colours. One is a lighter chestnut, one is a dark chestnut, but they are always chestnut. Dappling is discouraged as well. The stallions performance tested in Austria. They have to be in order to remain as a stallion, and their performance tested at the age of 3. They are testing for whether they can ride, whether they can drive, and the temperament that they have and the interaction with other horses that they have as well. You want a horse that behaves himself, a happy horse, one that enjoys doing what they want to do.
What's the perfect Haflinger? Now, that is a major question. The perfect Haflinger hasn't been bred yet, and I don't think anybody will ever will breed it. Everybody will tell you their horse is the perfect one.
In recent years, they have taken over as being an all-round sports horse. They are quite capable of attaining quite high standards at dressage. They're also a very good family pony for older children, not so much for the younger children, because they can sometimes be strong because they're quite a big horse. They are very good at their jumping, and they hold their own against the foreign breeds within the showing world.
Jo asked me to just come and help her with her stallions, and she knew that I was experienced in eventing. Yeah, she asked me to come and start schooling them sort of once or twice a week. Compared to what I'm usual with, they're a smaller type of horse, so I have to take that into account, that they're probably not going to take a big jump. I might ask some of my horses too. The jumping really helps with building their strength up for the canter, and hopefully we can maybe go and take them out, do some jumping with them, so we can show that they are all-round breed, that they can do everything.
Haflingers they're for life. They're not for this week. They are for life. They're friendly. They're very versatile, and they're just lovely. I mean, I suppose you could call them the Barbie horse of the horse world, couldn't you? That's why so many people want them. They want them because they know that they're good all-rounders with a great temperament. It's very difficult now to get an adult Haflinger that is for sale because they just aren't out there. When people buy a Haflinger, they keep a Haflinger. I would like to see us produce a top stallion in this country, and also go to produce fillies that are what we call elite fillies, which reach over 7.7 marks. I think that's what I'd like to see. I'd like us to see us attain a stallion from breeding from our two boys.
We're not far behind what they are breeding in Austria. We're getting there. Holland are getting there. We're all getting there. You know, hopefully one day, who knows, we might overtake Austria. I love what I do. My grandfather used to say, you've got to do what makes you happy. And being with the Haflinger makes me happy. It is just they're part of me now. That's all there is to it, they're part of me. All my old stallions are buried here. Every single one of them. You know, they do become part of your family. They know you. You just literally get into your system. They really do.